that led to their 2-0 lead that you currently see here. And that one grazed the inside of the zone, so Darby McGee caught her looking.
He did.
Giving her Roadrunners batting lineup another chance, and swing and a miss. Strike number 3, out number 3 for Darby McGee. That is strikeout number 5 for the junior today. She's already second in the RMAC with 59 strikeouts going into this one.
In the Roadrunner dugout right now.
And she's going to sacrifice bunt. What an excellent placement there.
Man, what a bunt.
Rebecca Gonzalez getting it in between Hayes and Torres.
And able, really perfectly.
Corona, California, yet another California product here. And she swings and misses for strike number 3. And that's going to be out number 2 here in the second inning, as well as the first strikeout of the game for Darby McGee.
Yeah, these parents.
Now, it makes sense, especially if a lot of them are watching. And strike 3, just 3 pitches and 3 strikes all in the zone. Caught Hatfield looking that time. 2 strikeouts in a row for Darby McGee, closing out the top of the second inning. Now here's the 2-1 to McGee. Sends this one over to left field.
Go.
Oh, and that one is still in. Gets past Hicks, but a loss. That is going to be a double for Darby McGee, continuing her hitting magic here at the Regency Athletic Complex. Still just 1 out, 2 base runners in scoring position for the Roadrunners. Arivala sends this one into the gap. Sure trying to send this one back home, and that's going to be 2 runs scored for Ari Valdez.
First leadoff batter.
Here's the 2-2 to her, and that one gets inside the zone for strike number 3. So Julia Heights starting off game number 2 with success, getting a looking strikeout to the 5th inning. Game going by very fast, but it is not without any strange plays, as Valdez sending this one right over the fence. Solo home run right as I am talking about the score. The score is all tied on a solo home run by Ari Valdez.
Had a girl. Superstitions. Just couldn't come up with it.
And swing and a miss there. Darby McGee getting a strikeout for out number 3 in the top of the second inning. So Darby McGee continuing her great day from the mound here. From the mound, but this season, as you said, just her batting has just really taken off as we see a grounder over to center. That's going to get her on base, and that's going to be the first base hit of the game for the Roadrunners on cue as we're talking about her great batting this season. I'm going to try to get on base, and she sends a blooper over to right. That's going to be on Wedman. Should be extra bases. She's going to make it over to second, and she's going to stay there. So good batting there by Rebecca Gonzalez, keeping the inning alive for the Roadrunners early on here quickly in the second inning. And so far, we have a really fast game here today.
We have. You know, they talked about it a little bit yesterday, but it's this fine line between being a patient hitter to make sure that the pitcher is working and that she's working to get those outs, but also being aggressive. And so it really just comes down to when that pitcher brings that ball into the zone, being ready to swing. But if it's not in the zone, you don't have to go after it. You know, if it's not in your zone, especially when we're talking about being ahead in the count. So.
And we're going to see a grounder over to the second baseman, and Bradford sends it over to Torres for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the second for the Roadrunners. That was J.J. Shepard, the freshman first baseman, getting out there quickly on the first pitch of that at-bat.
Yeah, that's a great example. I mean, that was going to be a strike, but it might not have been exactly where she wanted it, and so we saw her roll over the ball a little bit, trying to do a little bit too much. Where Beck's here coming up to bat, she's a pretty patient hitter. She usually doesn't swing until she takes that first strike, so we'll see probably Herring have to work a little bit harder here for this out. But Beck's has also been in a little bit of a slump, so you kind of want to see her be aggressive to try and make something happen here.
Another player looking to bounce back here as the second pitch is signed for ball number 2. So she's working, as you said, patient hitter, working the count in her favor. 2-0 the count with 2 outs. Rebecca Gonzalez, freshman center fielder from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, Mountain Vista High School product. The third pitch outside the zone again, so a 3-0 count, and you weren't kidding. Patient hitter right here.
She is. I appreciate that. I was that type of hitter. I didn't like swinging until I saw what the strike was going to be. And I always felt I had a benefit as a catcher knowing kind of what the zone was going to be. So you can walk into the situation knowing a little bit what the umpire's looking for. And so I was a down and in type hitter, and so I waited till I got that inside pitch. I didn't like going to the outside a ton. Mostly because even if I got base hits to right, there's a few times I got thrown out at first base. So
Foul tip behind us, 3-1 the count. The pitch before that was in the zone. So that's going to be strike number 2, 3-2 the count. Correction.
But it's good to see us going all the way to a full count, especially after Shepard coming up 1 pitch, 1 out. So to make sure that Herring's having to throw balls and work for these outs.
I'm going to try to get on base, and she
There we
sends
go.
a blooper over to right. That's going to be on Wedman. Should be extra bases. She's going to make it over to second, and she's going to stay there. So good batting there by Rebecca Gonzalez, keeping the inning alive for the Roadrunners.
And that's a monkey off her bat. She had a bad Sunday. I say bad. She's been having a phenomenal season, so that's not truly fair. But she wasn't living up to what she'd done for us Sunday. And then Tuesday, I think she was shut out. And yesterday, she might have been shut out too. So that's great to get that hit. That gives not only her confidence, but I think the rest of her team too. Because even though she's a freshman, she has been hitting in the leadoff spot prior to this weekend. And she sets the tone for this Roadrunner squad offensively. So that's got to give everybody a good feeling of this is a very, very hittable pitcher. And let's put the ball on the green and let's score some runs.
That's going to be Gonzalez's 10th double of the season. She was already 5th in the RMAC going into this contest. So one of the best double hitters in the entire RMAC, and we saw it on full display there, continuing it into this game. So bouncing back here, hopefully early on. And now we see Jasmine Wessel, the senior catcher from Thornton, Colorado, another Western Nebraska Community College transfer, here now with a 1-1 count.
Yeah, we produce a lot of double hitters here at MSU Denver. I think, testament to get out.
Oh, super high ball. And the catcher, Hayes, is there to make the play for the third and final out in the bottom of the second. So 2 innings, 8 batters. So really quick 2 innings of play here for both squads today as we are scoreless through 2. We'll be right back for the start of the third inning here on Roadrunners Television.